Well, let's be clear, it's all been done before. Yeah, I got this feeling we're starting something new. Oh, beyond the light, at the edge of the night. If the sun falls right tonight, it's me and you. Well, let's go get messed up on the good stuff. Let's go make love, never break up. Oh, where do you come from? I know what you're made of. Yeah, it's the good stuff. Yeah, it's the good stuff. The rising rush of the blood up to our lips. Yeah, hearts align and the dance floor comes unglued. Just the way that I twist when the night moves like this. Yeah, I love you now and I'm scared that you do too. Yeah, let's go get messed up on the good stuff. Let's go make love, never break up. Oh, where do you come from? I know what you're made of. Yeah, it's the good stuff. Yeah, it's the good stuff. Well, just my luck, we're unstoppable. Yeah, we can cross the impossible. Yeah, hearts will weave all that you acquire. Yeah, sparkle like a sugar hill. Yeah, bluebells and hollyhocks. You cry my blood until this fever stops. Straight out stretch the parallel and blow up the finish line. Yeah, my oh my, out here in the rough. You know my guts, so we'll eat it up. Yeah, all this light that keeps me awake at night, perfected in the barbecue, in the late night middle of Michigan. Oh, gathers up in my heart again. Yeah, the shadows crawled down and washed you off. Bonfires light up Waterloo, and you kiss my lips one more time. Say you'll stay until the sunrise. As we smile to the edge of the galaxy, babe, I'm tired, hit the light. As we fold ourselves inside our dreams and wash into the shore of all we've seen. Yeah, I know something else I must confess. Oh, how we love is what we both do best. Yeah, let's go get messed up on the good stuff. Let's go make love, never break up. Oh, where do you come from? I know what you're made of. Yeah, it's the good stuff. Yeah, it's the good stuff.
The Good Stuff with Gregory Stovetop live in WYCE Studio X. Welcome to WYCE, Stovetop.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Brandon. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thank you for being here. You're going to be playing Tip Top Deluxe with Barbarossa Brothers tonight.
Yeah.
Now, you've got roots in Michigan. You grew up in Chelsea, Michigan. You worked with Seth Bernard for many years. You're part of the Earthwork group. but you're living in upstate New York now. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've been out in New York for 15 years. Lived in the city and the outer boroughs for 13. In the last 2 years, I'm been upstate into the retreated back to the country. So.
And I was talking to you prior to doing this session, and you were in New York City proper, but it got to be a little much. So you prefer the pace up north, right?
Yeah, but I needed that New York energy and that chaos and that motivational spirit, because everybody you're meeting is basically doing exactly what you're doing at full tilt. But yeah, at the end of the day, after 13 years of just working your face to the bone to make that rent, that's extreme money, I was like, it's time to get up to where it's quiet again and I've got more space to really make and create what I want to do. So
I have a very similar story. I moved to Grand Rapids from New York City because I needed to get out of that rat race as well, and it was the best decision I ever made.
Yeah, and Grand Rapids it's a metropolis, but it's nothing like New York City, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's great to visit. I think it's lovely to visit, but it is, if you are there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, it can be a grind.
It's rough,
especially when you're coming from a quieter place.
Yeah,
and especially an intimate singer-songwriter like yourself. Sometimes it's nice to get out in nature and kind of rediscover the sounds of crickets at night and stars in the sky.
Yeah,
and you don't always get to have that in a metropolis like New York City.
Yep.
Tell me about this latest album. It was recorded in 2017, but you did it with Dominic Davis and Seth Bernard.
Yeah.
It's called The Good Stuff. Tell me about working on that record with those guys.
I kind of put the track listing and everything in their hands. I've been a songwriter and I've been in bands for, since I was 14. And the album kind of is, I had bands throughout my 13 years in New York, so a lot of those songs, I think one of them I wrote on the way to New York. So one of them I had in the pocket. So I've been playing them songs with different bands, and none of the bands fleshed out, and everything kind of collapsed. So this is kind of like, my friend Bradley told me I should call it Stovetop Greatest Hits because it's a collection of songs that I've had forever. And I've been, of course, making records with friends on computers on the fly that take years and sometimes never get finished, to where it was finally like, we need to do a record and we need to get you out there. And so, nothing beats having good friends in your corner that, help. And I said, all right, you tell me what songs we're doing and I'll show up and show the band how to play it. And the musicians on the album are fantastic. You have Adam Danis from the Go-Arounds playing drums, Drew Howard, Captain Midnight, who is he is a force to be reckoned with, and of course Dominic Davis and Seth. I think played keyboard on one song. I forget his. It's funny, but we're gonna get a little more Seth on the next record for sure, playing some guitar. So.
Well, you've certainly got some Michigan music legends on this 2017 release. We can't wait to hear what you do next. Yeah. Do you have any plans on the calendar to get something else done?
It should hopefully soon. I don't know when. I'm ready, you know what I mean? But it might be, I'm going to shoot sometime next year, I think will probably be the realistic date, I want to try to get some acoustic stuff recorded here. In upstate, I've been meeting lots of people in studios, so I'm going to try to just get some of the more acoustic side of my stuff, which is basically where I began, to have that to be representative of me, because obviously I like rock and roll, which this record is, but I want to try to get some of the root stuff in there too.
Yeah, I read on your bio that you're just as fluent in Elvis and Johnny Cash as you are in Soundgarden and the Replacements. And I listened to an interview that you did where you talked about when you were growing up here in Michigan as a kid, you would pretend to be a radio DJ by going through your mom's vinyl.
Oh, yeah, big time. I remember At the Hop was a really big one because it was already a compilation record, but oh, yes. I forget the name of the station, Z28 or something, which is a car, I believe. Musically it was that at first. Mom's record collection, Dad's record collection, and then replacements came into my life from a friend of mine who, rest in peace, is no longer with us. Chris Salyers was hanging out with me and my friend. It was my first drummer. My first drummer is no longer with us. Rest in peace. And he dropped a cassette out of his back pocket, and we did not tell him, hey, you dropped something. Me and my buddy eyeballed each other, and we're like, don't say a thing, because it was like, oh man, we're gonna get the ends of what this rocker is listening to. And we got home, and it was Replacement Stink.
That's great. I think it's funny how much our parents' music kind of played into our own lives as our own musical discovery.
Yeah.
I would do the same thing when I was a kid. I'd listen. My mom had a huge vinyl collection, and I would just go through it. There'd be Talking Heads and Blondie in there, and Waylon Jennings, like all sorts of things.
Yep.
And I always carried that with me. 40 years later, I still think of my mom's record collection, and I think that's what kind of started my path into music discovery that's still with us today. I think it's interesting that you reflect on that as almost a pivotal moment of something that kind of sparked your interest in music.
Absolutely.
Were your parents' music selections.
Oh, yeah.
You met Seth Bernard, I read that while you were volunteering at the Ark in Ann Arbor.
Yes, yep.
And you were just a volunteer there, and you kind of hooked up with him. And
yeah, it's probably the first week volunteering there I ran into Seth. And we were it was pretty kindred. He was like, what kind of music you do? And I just sat there for a second, which is always a hard question. It's still a hard question for me. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, I just learned Not in Nottingham from the Robin Hood soundtrack. And he looked at me and he was like, me too. So immediately we were there together. So it's been a great relationship. What an immense talent, and just a great human being.
Well, we are live in Studio X at WYCE with Gregory Stovetop. He will be playing tonight with the Barbarossa Brothers at Tip Top Deluxe. Gregory, can we get another song out of you?
Absolutely, yeah. I'll do one that's going to be on a future record, just to One by one, hours and months, a dream without an end. Let the stars fall, gathering luck into your footsteps. Drag out the shadows and shake out the night and jump into the sun. One lightning bolt, one flash of light, two hearts open as one. And it feels like forever, forever hot stuff. Feels like forever, forever hot stuff. And forever means everything beside you. All over the moon, hands above our head, yeah, we rise with the fire. Turning so fast, tomorrow straight ahead, Saturn stands up behind her. Yeah, falling light, ever-changing color, moves just like water. And the future is shot, no sign of the past, just two hearts in the moment. And it feels like forever, forever hot stuff. It feels like forever, forever hot stuff. And forever means everything beside you. Higher and higher, spinning in spirals, starlight confetti in your hair. We're about to fall, I just know it. The speed of sound, but have no fear. Yeah, and fall with the stars and live out your wish. It's the only thing that matters. Don't sweat the heat, holding nothing back, 'cause we'll swim in the sparkle. In the deep ocean of the sky, the waves of diamonds in the dark, whirlpools of gold and silver. And the sun in our hearts, no matter what, will burn in our smile. And it feels like forever, forever hot stuff. It feels like forever, forever hot stuff. And forever means everything beside you. And forever means everything beside you.
An electrified earth angel radiating love and passion. That was Gregory Stovetop live here at WYCE Studio X. Where can people find you online?
GregoryStovetop.com, Gregory Stovetop on Instagram, Facebook. Yeah.
It sounded really great.
Thank you so much.
Good luck with your show tonight. He'll be playing tonight at Tip Top Deluxe with the Barbarossa Brothers. Thank you so much for coming.
Absolutely.
We'll be back to J-Wo and live in studio.